Okay, real talk. If you've been searching for homes in Memphis and you keep seeing price tags in Germantown or Collierville that make your eyes water, this video is exactly what you need. I'm going to show you that you absolutely do not have to blow your budget just to live in a neighborhood close to everything Memphis has to offer. In 2026, some of the smartest homebuyers in this market are looking just outside those premium zip codes across Shelby County and right over the state line into DeSoto County, Mississippi, and they're finding incredible homes at a fraction of the price. So stick with me because at the end of this video, you're going to know exactly where to look. Hey everyone, I'm Jen Carstensen, your local real estate expert right here in Memphis Metro. If you're new here, welcome. My team and I are based in Germantown and Collierville, and we've been helping people buy and sell homes across this entire region since 2008. So when it comes to knowing where the value is hiding in this market, trust me, we've done the homework. Now look, we love our home base. Germantown and Collierville, they're absolutely beautiful communities. Great schools, gorgeous neighborhoods, very safe. But those price tags, they're not for everybody, and that's completely okay. The good news is that this metro area has some seriously underrated suburbs that give you an incredible quality of life without the premium price. And today I'm breaking down 7 of the best. We're going to cover suburbs in both Shelby County, Tennessee and DeSoto County, Mississippi. So whether you want to stay on the Tennessee side or you're open to crossing the state line for some serious savings, I've got you covered. Let's get into it. All right, kicking things off with Millington, Tennessee. And this one is a gem, and I just don't think it gets nearly enough attention. Millington sits in the northern part of Shelby County, and it has this really distinct small town, rural, suburban feel that a lot of people are actively looking for right now. You get spacious yards, established neighborhoods, and a pace of life that just feels a little more relaxed than the hustle closer to the city. Right now, the median home price in Millington is sitting right around $240,000. To put that in perspective, you're talking about nearly half of the price of what you'd pay in Germantown or Collierville for a comparable piece of property. Half. That's a staggering difference. And for a lot of buyers, that gap is the difference between being house poor and actually enjoying your life. Now, one of the things people always ask me about Millington is the commute. It's about 25 minutes to downtown Memphis, which is honestly very manageable. And if you're working anywhere in the northern part of the metro, you might actually find the drive shorter than you expect. And when you're not commuting, you've got the gorgeous Meme and Shelby Forest State Park practically in your backyard. Over 13,000 acres of hardwood forest, hiking trails, lakes, camping. It's a seriously underrated outdoor escape. Bottom line on Millington, if you want a true Shelby County address, a real sense of community, big yards, and a price point that leaves money in your pocket every single month, this one deserves a serious look. Okay, now we're hopping across the state line to DeSoto County, Mississippi, and I want to start with Horn Lake because it's consistently one of the most affordable entry points in the entire greater Memphis footprint. And I mean that. When my clients come to me and say their absolute top priority is maximizing square footage for the lowest possible monthly payment, Horn Lake is the first place I tell them to look. The median home price in Horn Lake right now is around $200,000. That is the lowest entry point of any traditional suburban community in the DeSoto County area, and it's genuinely hard to beat if keeping your overhead as low as possible is the goal. First-time buyers especially, this is a place where you can get into a real home in a real neighborhood without needing a jumbo loan or a huge down payment. Here's something people don't always realize. Property taxes in DeSoto County are also quite a bit lower than Shelby County, so your overall cost of homeownership just keeps going down. And you're still just minutes from the Tennessee state line, so getting into Memphis for work or entertainment or dining is genuinely no big deal. Horn Lake is a straightforward, no-nonsense community. It's not flashy, but it is safe, it's convenient, and it gives buyers an incredible amount of home for their money. If budget is king for you, this is your spot. Next up is South Haven, and this one is really interesting because South Haven is the largest city in DeSoto County, and it has grown massively over the last 2 decades. We're talking a full-blown city here with serious amenities, tons of shopping and dining, great parks, and a really active community. And yet, it still comes at a price point that would make most buyers in other metro areas do a double take. The median home price in South Haven right now is hovering around $275,000. Even with all the growth and development the city's seen, you're still saving hundreds of thousands of dollars compared to buying an equivalent square footage home in Germantown just across the state line. So it's not a small gap, it's life-changing money. What I love about South Haven for my clients is that you get top tier suburban conveniences without the top tier price. The Snowden Grove Park system is one of the best in the entire region. We're talking sports fields, an amphitheater, a dog park, splash pads. The Tanger outlets are right there for shopping. The DeSoto County School District is excellent. And because South Haven sits right on the state line, your commute into Memphis for work or a night out is incredibly fast. We're talking 15 to 20 minutes, depending on where you're headed. South Haven is the ultimate convenient suburb. Everything you need is right there, and what isn't is just a short drive away. It's a fantastic option for families who want a full suburban lifestyle without the sticker shock. Hey, real quick, before we roll into our next four suburbs, if you're watching this and trying to figure out which side of the state line makes the most sense for your situation, I have a free Memphis relocation guide linked in the description below. It covers everything: neighborhoods, school districts, commute times, tax differences, all of it. It's packed with insider info that most people don't find until after they've already bought a home. So grab it now while you're thinking about it, and let's keep going. Now let's come back to the Tennessee side, because if you want an established, highly stable suburb with a true Shelby County address, Bartlett is the gold standard for affordability on this side of the line. Bartlett has been growing in popularity for years, and honestly, it's earned every bit of it. But even with that popularity, it still comes at a price point that leaves a lot of value on the table compared to the eastern suburbs. The median home price in Bartlett right now is around $325,000. Now, yes, that's higher than the Mississippi options, but here's the thing. Bartlett has its own municipal school district, and that's a huge deal for a lot of families. The Bartlett City School System is excellent and well funded, and having a dedicated city school district, not just a county school assignment, is something parents really value. You're also getting a full suite of city services, which not every suburb in Shelby County can offer. The community in Bartlett is incredibly family focused. You've got an extensive network of parks, walking trails like the Loosahatchee Bar Trail and the Stanky Creek Trail system. Yeah, that's a real name. Regular city events, and just a really strong sense of neighborhood pride. People move to Bartlett and they stay in Bartlett. That should tell you something. If you're someone who has to be in Tennessee, whether for work reasons, tax reasons, or just personal preference, and you want a safe, community-driven suburb with top-rated schools at a realistic price, Bartlett is genuinely hard to beat. Heading back over to DeSoto County, I want to talk about Walls, Mississippi. And this one I'm particularly excited about right now because it's a bit of a hidden gem that's been getting more and more attention from budget-conscious buyers. Walls is a small town on the western edge of DeSoto County, and it has this really peaceful, wide open, rural feel to it. You just can't find it in Horn Lake or South Haven anymore. The median home price in Walls is around $260,000, and what makes that number really exciting is the type of inventory you're finding here. A lot of newer construction, homes with open floor plans, bigger lot sizes, modern finishes, and at a price that would be unthinkable for that product type in Shelby County. If you want a brand new home with some real yard space and you don't want to be crammed into a tight subdivision, Walls is absolutely worth putting on your list. The commute to Memphis from Walls is surprisingly short. You're hopping right on I-55 and you can be in downtown Memphis in under 20 minutes. It's a laid-back, quiet place to come home to, but the access to everything the city has to offer is right there. Walls doesn't have the commercial bustle of South Haven. It's quieter and more rural by design, but thanks to lower Mississippi property taxes and competitive local builders, you can get a stunning, modern home here for just a fraction of what it would cost a few miles north across the state line. If rural suburban is your vibe, this is your place. Okay, coming back to Tennessee for suburb number 6, Cordova. Now, Cordova is a really interesting one because it has a unique geographic and political history. It was historically an unincorporated community in eastern Shelby County, and today it exists as a mix of incorporated and unincorporated areas within the Memphis metro footprint. What that means practically is that you get a massive, diverse housing market with options at every price point. The median home price in Cordova averages around $300K, but here's what I really want you to hear. With such a wide variety of homes available, from low-maintenance townhomes to large established properties, you can absolutely find starter options well below that median. Cordova is one of the most flexible options on this list in terms of budget range, which makes it accessible for a really broad pool of buyers. Geographically, Cordova is really well situated. It sits right between Bartlett to the north and Germantown to the south, which means you have premium geographic access without the premium price tag. You're minutes from the Wolf Chase Galleria retail corridor. You've got easy access to Shelby Farms Park, which is one of the largest urban parks in the entire country, by the way. And the road network makes getting around the metro extremely convenient. For someone who wants to stay in eastern Shelby County but doesn't want to pay Germantown prices, Cordova is your sweet spot. You get the location, you get the lifestyle, and you get to keep significantly more money in your pocket. And rounding out our list, and I saved this one for last because I think it surprises people the most, is Olive Branch, Mississippi. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Jen, isn't Olive Branch supposed to be one of the nicer suburbs over there? How is it on the cheapest suburbs list? And that's actually a really fair point, so let me explain. Olive Branch has been ranked consistently one of the best places to live in the entire Memphis region. Money Magazine has even recognized it nationally. It has beautiful planned communities, top-tier public schools, excellent shopping and dining, and a slightly more upscale atmosphere than Horn Lake or Walls. But here's the kicker. Even with all of that going for it, the median home price in Olive Branch comes in somewhere in the low to mid 300Ks. So when you compare that to what you'd pay for a similar quality of life in Germantown or Collierville, the savings are still massive. Olive Branch also benefits from lower Mississippi property taxes, which overall lowers the real cost of living there well below what the sticker price suggests. You get a polished, well-maintained community with strong schools, safe streets, and genuinely beautiful neighborhoods. And you're still saving a significant amount compared to the premium Tennessee suburbs just a few miles north. If you want the best of both worlds, the feel of a premium suburb at a price that still represents serious value, Olive Branch is the one. I genuinely think it's one of the most underappreciated communities in the entire Memphis metro, and buyers who discover it almost always fall in love with it. So there you have it, 7 of the most affordable suburbs in the greater Memphis area for 2026. From the small town charm of Millington to the polished neighborhoods of Olive Branch, from the incredible value of Horn Lake to the convenience of South Haven, this region truly has something for every buyer at every budget. What I want you to take away from this video is that you don't have to compromise on safety, schools, or the quality of life just to find a price tag you can actually afford. Whether you land in Shelby County or DeSoto County, whether you want Tennessee or Mississippi, there are fantastic options out there. You just need to know where to look, and now you do. My team and I absolutely love our home base in Germantown and Collierville, but we are experts across this entire region, Tennessee and Mississippi. We work with buyers at every price point, and we would genuinely love to help you find the hidden gem that fits your family's lifestyle and your budget. So if you're ready to start that conversation, reach out. The links are in the description. And before I let you go, if you're actively searching for a home in the Memphis area and you're planning a move in the next 6 to 12 months, please download my free relocation guide in the description below. It's loaded with everything you need to know about what it's like living in this market, and I promise you it will save you time and probably a lot of money too. If you found this video helpful, it would mean the world to me if you hit that like button. It genuinely helps my channel reach more people who are going through the same search you are. Subscribe so you never miss a new video and tap the notification bell so you're the first to know when I drop new content about the Memphis real estate market. And drop a comment below. I want to know which of these 7 suburbs surprised you the most. And if you're already living in one, tell me what you love about it. I read every single comment and I reply to as many as I can. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.